kiddos. We are going to fly a drone here. Mr. Bolt is flying. So, this is one of the drones that we have at our school. We're not going to go too high because it's kind of windy, and wind can take these pretty good. The nicer ones you get, the more control you'll have over with them with the wind. We are going to stay low because we don't really know if we're in a controlled or uncontrolled area. If you're in a controlled area, you do have to get special special permits to fly and permission. So we're going to stay pretty low. I'm going to get a little closer because you're starting to blend in with the sky. So this is the Phantom, right? Phantom, what can this one do?
This one records video and takes pictures directly. We're recording video now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you can connect different cameras to it.
Yeah.
One that I described this morning measures the level of photosynthesis taking place in plants.
Oh, okay. So, as we learn about drones, you're going to notice there's different things. People use them to inspect their crops and their cattle, so they don't have to drive out there. You can also do heat testing both on livestock and the heat coming off of plants. That's how sometimes they determine if plants are sick too, is how much heat they're producing. Like Mr. Bope was saying, we have a camera that detects how much photosynthesis is being produced in a plant. So, otherwise than that, just some rules. You know, if you're new to drones, you should always have 2 pair of eyes on that sucker. You never know if it's going to take off on you. And also follow the laws. This drone here you do have to pay $5 to license. All drones, even your little hobby ones, need to be licensed. You can get fined if you don't. But other things, they are going to start mandating everyone has a safety class with drones. So those of you, but flying drones can be fun. So if it wasn't so windy, we'd probably take it a little higher. But you can see the trees, they're moving pretty good. So we're staying where the wind's not going to get it. So right now that one's recording us also. You know how long it records? As long as you want? Or?
You can tell the iPad you're recording to record.
Oh, okay. Can you control the camera on that?
I am controlling it, yep.
Oh,
If I
wow.
fly up, I can tip it down.
Okay.
Like I can point to the ground
Oh,
right
I
now, and that's
see it
where you
move.
see plants potentially.
I can see that moving. All right. So,
Standing up now.
okay. I can see that.
If you can see, the camera stays stable underneath.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
It's got like a gimbal mechanism.
I'm going to see if I can get closer to see if we can get that on camera without me killing myself here. So. Okay, move the camera. As you can see, the camera stays pretty still no matter what he does to it. Alright, so it's pretty good. Again, this is the Phantom, so it's one of the better drones out there. If this is something you're interested in, I do recommend getting a more quality one versus those hobby ones. But if you just want to fly for fun, if the hobby ones are good. So, but again, drones they're exciting. They will be used a lot in agriculture. So I don't know if your families are using them. See if you can try one out. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing fine. I have the camera flipped today because it's going to be easier for what I'm going to show you, so that it's you'll notice at the start of this video that I had Mr. Bope and I out flying the drones, and I'm just going to show you it was to show you, how the drone works and how they operate. As you can see, if we were to head to the outside here, let's see one's here. I always determine if good flying drone. If you look here, those trees are blowing pretty good. Today would probably be not a great day to fly drones because I know it's supposed to be extremely windy. So that's one thing with drones is you gotta watch your wind speed. You also have to know with drones is the laws that require that are required for each state. I know, for example, here, I'm going to pop open the drone here. So this is the case. This is a Phantom 4 that the school has. So this is kind of what the some of you might have one of these at your place, depending on what you do. Some people have them for hobbies. This one, a lot of farmers have this one. I'm going to pull it out and show you something on this one. Again, comes with drones, you do need to make sure that you are following the laws with drones. For example, each drone must be registered, so they have to pay a $5 registration fee. So that there. You also have to remember there are other things. Usually you have to have, especially if it's more personal, you have to, the 2-man rule, 2 eyes on it at all times. You have to watch, depends on where you're at and what you're flying. You have to see where the airports are so that you're not in no-fly zones. Nothing worse than you having your drone up high and you're in a fly zone for an airplane and it gets smucked. You probably will lose your drone and maybe even damage the airplane. There are other things you have to watch out for, cell phone towers and everything like that. So if you decide to get a drone, make sure you follow the laws. Even if it's just a little hobby, you do need to. There are pretty much every drone needs to be registered, and there's laws about how high you can fly them. Most of them set especially for commercial or for personal, 400 feet is about the highest you can get. All right, so I'm going to show you this drone again. This is the Phantom 4. This is what the school, if we were in school, I would allow you to fly this. Usually I have the kids take a little test and sign a waiver that if you break this, you buy this. All right, so pull it out here. Now this drone here has 2 cameras. So you got the normal camera where you can do videos, photos, and that's right there. Okay. And this one has a unique camera also attached to it. This is a camera that will do take photosynthesis of plants. And I'll get into that in a little bit, but that's one of those photosynthesis cameras. I'll show you a photo of kind of how it works. Each one's kind of different, so I'm going to use that there. This one here, you need an iPad, so you fly it with an iPad. Well, you fly it with a controller, which is right here. So this is the controller. Flip this up. So controller right here. iPad would sit there. Assuming a cell phone would sit there too if you wanted to use a cell phone. And that what happens is you're watching and you're flying using your cell phone or your iPad and then the controllers. So not quite sure on this one. Usually this one is your up and down and the other one is your left and right, but with this one I'm not sure since I've never had to fly this one. I know the ones we flew in Rolla when I had kids out, this was up and down. Yep, up and down, and this was left and right, but I'm assuming you can set it up depending on which is your dominant hand, but not sure on that. So this is there, and a lot of it is just its components that go with it in here. But again, this is the Phantom 4. All right, so we were talking a little bit, I mentioned the photosynthesis camera. And so I have kind of an image here of kind of what a photosynthesis camera is taking a picture of. Yes, you're probably just thinking that doesn't look like much, but to a person who is measuring photosynthesis in plants, this probably is a lot. So I'm going to explain it in a nutshell so that you understand it. What you want to see is all of this green, okay? So if you're seeing the green, there's a lot of photosynthesis taking place there. Then the opposite would be the red, okay? So this is, for example, right here, this little line, you can tell that's probably a gravel road or a paved road right here. Not sure what happened here. If the seeder was not working, because this looks like a field. If something happened here, so this is just dirt. Again, over here, This could be just an area that maybe this is summer fallow. I'm not quite sure what that would be. And again, over here, not sure. So the greens and the yellows is just different levels of photosynthesis happening, and kind of what that camera is taking of. So a farmer would be able to use this to see if, if crops are healthy also, because you do want the green. If you're having the green, your plants are doing good. You also have to wonder if there's other, we don't know what was all in this image, if there was something else blocking, maybe there's some type of windrow right here, something here, why they're yellow and they don't absorb as much, they're not as much light being produced in, so photosynthesis. So not quite sure, the image doesn't really have a description, but yeah, that's kind of how that camera would work. So again, a lot of people are going to be using drones for various reasons. You got the people that are using for hobbies or taking photos. If you go on YouTube, a lot of young people are doing photos of like during harvest time. They're kind of cool, or they just want to show their farm and they make cool little movies or videos with that. So could be a good hobby. Granted, livestock users are using them to help check cattle or other type of livestock, and crop farmers are using it to check on the health of their crops. But I thought a neat thing is there's really no homework, but more of a fun game. I'm going to see if I can bring it up here. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to switch to my iPad on the smart board here. So just bear with me as I take off my, I unmirror my, and now I'm going to mirror my iPad here. Okay, let's see what's here. I gotta figure out, oh yeah, cancel. I wanna get on that. I always forget, I have to drag down here. So I'm gonna mirror my iPad. So my iPad is mirrored. So, I would like you to do, if you can, it's a free, and this is of course up to you. It's kind of those of you that like games. If you wanted to go and download, this is called Drone on My Farm. It's a free app. You could probably put it on, apparently, since I'm mirroring my iPad, it's on my iPad too. So I'll kind of show you how it works. I'm not very good at games, so I'm gonna put this back up here. I'll kind of show you what I want done. There's a prize involved, so if you wanted to do the prize. If you're using the school iPad, you probably have to talk to the school about how to get this downloaded. I'm not sure, so please don't send me an email saying, how do I get this on my school iPad? You've had your iPads longer than me. You can go ahead and ask the school. Or you can put, so go on there, and what I'd like you to do is go to challenges and go to basic skills. So you're gonna go to this one right here, go to basic skills. Okay, and just, you can do one. And so what you have to do, again, remember, I am not very good. I'm gonna hit go. So the idea is over here, I'm gonna have time. Over here is my up and down, and this is usually my back and forth. So the idea is you have to hold your drone in that box for 2 seconds, and then the box moves. And so each level, as you go up, you can only, I'm only just gonna say 2. So, but the controller is very touchy. So as if you can hear my drone starting up. So I'm gonna go up. So so you gotta hold it in there for 2 seconds. Now I have to go down. Now the box moves on you. Oh, see, if you gotta go slow with the see, I'm barely moving it. And most drones are like this. So when this happens, I go all the way back down. And then I go slowly back up. Takes just like a real drone, you gotta learn your finger coordination. So now I gotta go up. Nope, now it's back down. Oop, gotta go down, gotta go down, gotta go down. As you can see, I'm at 93 seconds. Oh, too much. Those of you that are good at games, this would be probably your. Okay, so when I get frustrated with this game, I go back down. As you can see, I don't play games very often. Oh, okay. So, it took me 132 seconds to get all those in challenge 1. So, what I have, and I believe I left them in my pickup, you have today and tomorrow. The person that comes with the best time, so that means you want low score, lower time. If you send me that in an email, or you send me that in a text message, I have a Dairy Queen gift card for the person who has the best time in this. And I'm only going to do challenge 1. So again, make sure, if you're downloading it to your phone, it's free. It's a free app. Some people are worried about if there's something attached, like a phone virus or something. I don't have any issues with any of my devices, so it must be a pretty good app. So again, it's called Drone on My Phone app. So go ahead, and that's kind of your homework for the next 2 days is to play that game. So other than that, everyone have a great Wednesday and Thursday.